It's the late night show with Vee&Sky, the late night show. It's the late night show with Vee&Sky, the late night show.
Hey everyone, we are back. This is Late Night Talk with your faves. I am V and it's my bestie.
Sky.
That's her. Hey.
I was trying something different for y'all. Right. So y'all can remember me. Remember us. Yes.
What's good? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm alive. I made it another day.
Good.
How you guys are doing tonight? This is Late Night, y'all. We are back. We got a hot topic today. It's a serious topic. Serious.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It really is.
And I'm sure a majority of y'all can relate to it.
That part. Please don't take anything offended that comes out my mouth. I'm just speaking from the heart.
As she always do.
Yes. I do. Thank you for tuning in, Real Talk.
Yes.
We want to thank all our old viewers.
Yeah.
And all the new ones. We got a lot of new ones. The subscribers is going up. Please don't forget. Tell a friend, y'all. Tell a friend, family member, co-worker. We need y'all. We need more subscribers.
Vee&Sky. It's simple. Vee&Sky.
Late night.
We
talking.
Saturday.
That part.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Be there or be square.
I tried to make a square.
That was
like my broken heart. What is the topic, sweetie? What are we talking about?
So, topic is, I think we talked about, we probably talked about this
all the time
in our different segments.
Somehow it comes up.
Yes, but this topic here, we are going to be talking about Bam, what's going on with our children today?
Go on, give me a sip now.
Yep, probably do, because
Toast of us parents dealing with this children. That's what we on tonight, y'all. The children.
Yep, the children.
The chitterins.
And I know majority of you guys have children. You know we have children.
Or if you don't, you got nieces and nephews.
You know somebody who got children. So yeah.
Your woman or your man might got some. You got little cousins.
They're all around us.
They're everywhere. Can't get rid of them. They're just everywhere.
Right. But we're dealing with a special type of children, though.
That part.
Children ain't how they used to be.
No.
Like when we were children. They're not how they used to be. So what's going on? What's the difference? That's what we kind of want to get into. Like, where is the minds of our children today?
Oh, everywhere. And
why? Why is it everywhere? So I was looking up some stuff briefly, and I looked up the Gen Z generation. So I didn't know. So Gen Z is the late 1990s to 2010 generation. So Z stands for Zoomer. I didn't know that, but it makes sense because they want everything quick. They want it now. It's a Zoom. Like you want to blink, like they want to hear. So that generation,
sense. That really okay. Go ahead. Carry on.
So I think that's one of the issues. Like patience, they don't have the patience, the longevity. They don't really have that now. Everything is now. And that's a problem. Because sometimes they don't even care how they get it or what's going to happen as long as they have it.
Right.
And
but
that is
before you move on to that, what is your opinion of why do you think that they act like that, where they feel like if they can't get it right then, they can't do it, you know what I'm saying? And they just don't have no patience. Like I ain't got no patience. I ain't got patience for kids. I don't. But I don't have patience. I don't. But I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, act like how they act. So why do you think they do that? Like, do you think it's just what they see how other peers of theirs react to situations, or maybe possibly in the household, maybe in school, maybe at sports, maybe
I
this
actually
internet.
think it has
like,
a lot to
what
do
what do you
with
think?
the household. I think it has something to do with technology in the household.
I agree with,
and we probably gonna get more into
I
that.
agree with you. Oh,
Okay, because that is very weird. Well, this is still early in the podcast, so y'all know probably towards the end of it, it might be a different scenario. But for right now, we touching and agreeing. We touching and agreeing on this.
We gonna talk about this might be the last time.
Right, let's talk this, that we touching and agreeing on that.
Yes,
on
we
this.
is. We is. We is.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
All right, Facebook. We got
somebody saying something on Facebook.
my hubby over here,
Hey,
Oliver, and we got Thomas. Thank you for tuning in,
Hey, Thomas.
So, Thomas, and this is totally off subject, but do you
just say?
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
But do you stay or live around the area of Florida? If you do, our prayers going out to you and your family.
Yes.
For what was going on with the hurricane. I think I looked past your Facebook something, and you were showing like the survival stuff. So if you are or were in the area,
or anybody else that's tuning in with us, or got family, that's being affected by that,
we're praying
for y'all.
Praying for you. But let's get to the comment he made. It said, it's normal now. Everything is available. Like you said, now. A la Amazon Prime. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you 20 minutes out of Tampa. Okay. Lost power for 45 hours. Wow. Well, I'm glad things are getting back to normal, hopefully, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
He
real.
said almost a full 2 days. That's what I said. Wow.
Yeah, 45 hours. I can't imagine with no power. Oh, can you imagine these kids with no power? While we talking about that, you thinking no TV, no phone,
no game system, no tablets.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so sad. Co-parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they're already stressing about what's going on. You know what I mean? Then you got them too.
Right. Mm-hmm. That on top. Mm-hmm. Man. But I think I think the technology is enabling them to have it that way. Like get it. Because back in the day, we didn't have this advanced technology. And everything I know in my household, whatever we wanted, we really had to work to get it.
Say it again. One more again. For these children that might be watching, say it again.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Back in the day, you had to really work to get stuff that you really wanted.
You had to earn it. And then what's so sad about today, these kids get what they need and what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yes.
Carry on.
So I think because we had to earn it, we respected it, if that's what we respect it more when we got it and we took care of it, and we appreciated
knew if we did what we supposed to do.
Right.
It's more to come, right?
Right.
But see, they don't have it.
That's why I said now that goes into the household.
Don't have that, yeah.
Because
and I honestly, my opinion, I think that's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of all this technology and everything that's going on in this world, it starts at home.
Yeah.
And yeah, I might about to make a lot of y'all a little upsetter. I'm sorry, but it do start at home.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to give a shout out to all these parents, these moms, and some of these dads that's doing this solo low.
Yeah.
That part. And even if the other parent ain't in the home, if the parent is in the home, I salute. For real.
Yeah.
For real, because it started at home, and it just feel like it's not enough effort. Even the one that is doing, we still be too nice to these kids. Mm-hmm. That's why they be saying you want to be their friend. I never understood when I be hearing older people say, we're trying to be these kids' friends. And it's not like, no, you like, hey, what's up? Let's go do, like you do with your friend. Mm-hmm. It's just you being nice. I think they mean you being too nice.
Yeah.
And I'm bad with it. I admit
I'm
it.
super bad with
I'm
it.
bad with it. Yeah, that's true. But I am too. I'm bad with it, and I feel like when are we gonna stop and put our feet down? Because they are our
Often when
future,
it's too
and then
late.
they become parents. So however they was or used to be, that's how the kids gonna be. What is it? 10 times worse
Yeah.
than what you was.
Yeah. So Thomas said, he was saying how work was closed all week. It was going straight towards us, but landed 100 miles south. He's talking about the storm. I tried to drive my car to charge my phone, over 1.4 million without power. Yeah, I know it was really bad.
Oh, wow.
But he also said women have the same problem with buying. It is a want, or is it a want or a need?
He said women.
Yeah, women. As far and Thomas, you talking about as we want it now, we got to have it now. Now, is that what you're talking about? And parents aren't friends.
They not.
Yes,
but then,
but
you know,
I
these
think
kids talk to their parents like they are.
it's a fine line with that, I think.
Which
this is
what?
probably when we about to go south or north. What is it? But
somewhere.
I think a parent has to level that. Like they have to kind of be a friend and a parent. And the child has to know where that line is drawn.
But see, that's the thing. You can't be their friend and a parent. I mean, like you can be there where they had. To me, this is my opinion. Mm-hmm. You gotta give your kid that level of comfort where they can come to you. Yes. I would not give them that title. I'm your friend. You can come to me. No, I am your mother. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 100 with you, but I'm not putting no friend on there. I tell my kids, I'm not your friend, because these kids, maybe they could have did that with us, but they can't think these kids know, because they talk to you any kind of way. What? Huh? And I said, or, just, oh my God. And, I said, why this and why that? No. You talk to your friends like that. They call your name. You say what to them? You say yeah to them. Mm-hmm. Don't say that to me. Yes. Or what you say? I didn't hear you. What you say? Make it look clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not friends. We're not. When you came in this world, my title was not friend. when I came in your life, I became your friend. You became my best friend.
You can't be
no, you gonna be a mother. No. That's the problem. Why you think this world messed up?
Friend.
No. You gonna no.
Tom said the parents have to lay down the rules.
That part, Thomas. That
you
part.
Can lay down the rules. I think that you can also. Maybe it's not called being a friend.
It's not, but that's what they think.
I want them to
the way they
free
talk.
To
you
come
can see you mixing it up. They can do that,
right?
They can do that. I don't have no problem with that, but don't talk to me like I'm one of your friends. That's a problem. That's being disrespectful.
Okay, like what's up?
I mean, you could. What you mean? What's up?
That's what I said. Like, what's up? Because my son do.
You
that.
Could be like, "What's up, mom? Hey," you know what I'm saying? But like, it's just the attitude. Like, you mad because I called your name. Like, it's not that. Now let your little girlfriend or little boyfriend. You humble with it. Be humble with me when you talk to me. Okay. That part.
Now, why do you think it's happening more now?
Because all of them doing it. I mean, yes, they letting it. That, like you said earlier, it's at home and it's out in these streets.
Because they like overlooking that part.
And not saying nothing about it until one day they catch you on the wrong day and you said, and you like, why is you talking to me like upset and you want to quit? No, every time, huh?
I can see that, because I know, like I said, with my son, one of my sons, he'd come in and he'd be like, "What up?" And he'd go, and I would just, not think nothing of it, be like, "Hey, son," because I'm like, he's speaking, but
he said, "What?" I hear you.
He say, "What up?" Oh. Like if he come in the door, he'd be like, "What up?" And he'll, go. But
that's talking to your friends. Like you say, "What up?" to your. I wouldn't tell my auntie, uncle, granny, or somebody, "What up? What's good?" I say that to my friends. Yeah. I'd be like, "Hey, granny. Hey, granddaddy. Hey, auntie. Hey, uncle. Hey, mom. Hey, dad. Hey, hello." Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just cool to do it. It's okay. It's normal. What's the big deal? It's the big deal is the respect. I'm the one to birth you, fucker. I mean, no, not yet. I'm the one to birth you. I'm the one to take care of you. Talk to me with respect. And I literally have to every day check them. I don't like that because you know why? I didn't what's up my daddy.
Right.
I ain't yo my daddy. I didn't talk to him like that. So why you get a pass to do it? Did you know they'd be like, it's a new time of day.
I was just about to say
that was back then. What you mean?
All right, hey, get back, baby. Get back,
Hi.
baby. It's not always home. These kids use the system to get over. Hello, ladies. You probably got to explain that a little bit more. How do they use the system? You know, how to use the system to get over?
Yeah, I like that. I like that answer. I like that answer. Yeah. How?
Hey. Oh, that's Monica. Hey,
Hi,
Monica.
Monica. How you doing, love? Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. So explain, what do you mean use the system to get? Oh, okay. By calling Child Protective Services. So the kids can threaten you. Is that what you're saying? Like they would threaten you to say, I'm going to call CPS on you or something if you do XYZ or if you don't do XYZ.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's where you're going with that. Oh, you said, yep. Okay. So, yes. And I'm going to touch on that one in a minute. Let me see what...
Keep talking.
I was going to read what Thomas said.
Yeah, it has stopped.
Oh, okay. So Thomas said, I have a time every night with my 12-year-old daughter that is just for us to talk about without judgment or punishment. Right. I like that approach where you would allow that that openness, that open talk, because I think that's what I'm categorizing friend as. And it may not be a friend. It's just being a parent that cares and listens.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
it could be.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So, right. So he said to build the trust. He said, exactly, V. I'm your parent. Parents don't discipline their kids anymore, but you will allow it. And so I can agree with parents allow certain stuff to happen. Like I said, with that thing with my son, it was cool until it dawned on me like, wait a minute, because what he's doing to his parent, he's eventually gonna do it to another adult, and then that other adult
be looking at you like,
well, your parents ain't teach you no manners.
Yep.
So it's gonna fall back on like, okay, even though I may be okay with it, it's still a form of disrespect when you're going out into the world and approaching, but they may not start to see like it's an issue because it's allowed at home and their parent allow it. So at that point, I had talked to him and I'm like, son, I appreciate if you don't say what up, say good morning, mom, or good afternoon, mom, or whatever. So I did allow certain things because I didn't think the effects of it until later. But yeah, I think a lot of stuff happens because parents.
But the thing is, as long as that you address it.
Yeah.
Some people cool with their kids talking like that. And that's what the problem is.
And some people think it's cute because I don't know. This was a while ago. Like when I be seeing sometime on Facebook or something where the young parents, they little kid like 1 or 2 years old,
be dropping it like it's hot.
Like either the bad or the cussing, and they was like, "Did he just say da?"
And they laugh.
And they laugh. But then when the child grow up and really cuss you out, you're gonna be mad. But you thought it was funny when they was doing it, when they was little. But now it's a big problem, and now you got the problem on your hand. So,
hey, friend twin.
So Monica said my daughter tried to set me up and get me locked up. My mother and my sister gave her the idea because they called on me. They called on me for not allowing her to go with my nephew to the zoo because she I think that's supposed to say she didn't clean her room, or she did clean, because she didn't clean her room. Yeah. So going back to you, Monica. So yes, I feel that the system, as you have said, might be setting it up because they are allowing kids more power. I think, to me, that was the issue back in the day. We didn't really have power or say so. Like, would the parents said, like, go. But now they, to me,
they had the same systems that they got today.
I don't think
it's
so.
Crazy. They had child protective service. They had all that. It's just that they put the fear in us to not to do what these kids doing today, and we ain't putting the fear in them. That's why they feel they can do the shit today. You heard what Medea said about Carl. She tried to call 911 and she leaned in there 111.
The reason I'm saying that is because, like, you know, this is a while ago too. You remember that child tried to divorce her parents? Who? She divorced her. She wanted to divorce her parents because they didn't allow her to do, you know, whatever, XYZ or something.
I'm not gonna fight you for that. That's fine. You want to leave? Go. Because guess what? You don't know where they finna put your ass at.
You the right to divorce your.
If that's what you want, sweetie, go right ahead. I'm not.
That's too much power. Like,
how's that power? You don't want to be here. You want to try a new home? You want to go to a foster home? Where you want to go? Go. Because it's gonna be a problem. I'm not kissing. That's the problem. We kiss their butt so much they threaten to do this, or they might actually do that. Okay, now you want to call or you want to go. Bye. I will still love you. I will still pray for you. But at the end of the day, you're not about to stress me out. And watch the grass don't be greener on the other side.
Absolutely.
Because you know what rocks over here. In spite of your bad, your good, whatever. We always gonna be here for our kids. So you think you doing something? You trying to hurt me? You finna hurt yourself when you bouncing from house to house because you in foster home. Because I done laid your ass out. I'm playing. I didn't lay nobody out. But I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying though, whatever the reason they call on you or you get took it away, you gonna be, yes, of course, you know, I'd be like, no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's what you want. Guess what? I'm still in my home.
But my thing is, we would never have thought about that back in the day.
No, we didn't because
it's just we had the fear from our parents.
But there you go. But we're not giving them the fear today. Not all of us. Some of us are, but a lot of us is not.
But I think when we give the fear to our kids, they turn and call CPS.
Call them.
Let's see what so we got Tamika said, I don't have that open line of communication with my mom, so I tried to have it with my son, but he still don't realize he still don't really discuss things with me. Right. So sometimes
they so secretive, especially when they get to a certain age.
Yes.
Especially when they get my oldest son. I'm like, where you at? I don't see your location. Do you give me your location? What you mean? What you? I don't give a hell how old you get. You know, he'd be 20. Oh, Jesus, he'd be 20. He'd be 20 on his birthday. But so I had to learn how to become humble.
Yes, a little bit.
I'm trying. Like, hey, anything can happen. Your phone could be going dead. You get a flat somewhere. Your car break down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or something serious, you know, can happen to you. You laying clinging for your life from somewhere, and we can't find where you at. That's one thing I like about. Shout out to the iPhones. That's one thing I like, because I was at Android for live, but you know, they talked me into getting an iPhone some years ago. But I like that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he want to hit me. Well, where you about to go? Where you got a curfew? What you mean I got a curfew? I said, please believe, if I'm somewhere, somebody know where I'm at. Somebody gonna know, you know what I'm saying? But he tried to throw that back. But who do that? That's like my father telling me.
Yeah, we would never have the courage to do that. So, parents, have we lost our power?
Yes.
And is that why our children are performing the way they are?
I feel that way.
Thomas said the fear of God in the kids. He was like, LOLV, too funny with you, but 100%. Agree. So Monica said, sure did nobody call. I'm reading that wrong. Sure didn't nobody call, because what happened in this house stays in this house.
And that's how it was.
That was the rule, the golden rule in the house.
In the Bible thumper over here. They used to say, spare the rod and spoil the child, right?
Yeah.
That was me, she, her. I wore Gucci shoes. Didn't even know what Gucci was at that time. I was good. But guess what? Switch, leather belts. By man, quit playing with me. Even my grandma down south had a 6 foot. She ain't got to chase you. Didn't try to run. She got you.
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
But it ain't none of that no more.
And my mama was itty bitty.
So I think that's why with us we had more fear because we didn't want that belt. We and then some kids, some got beat with stitcher cords and different stuff like that. Like, oh, you got this world messed up. They can't get to that switcher belt, that stitcher cord laying over there.
Anything.
I was just gonna say that.
Give me that shoe. Give me.
They got the anything like literally there. But now it's like you got to go back and forth with them. This is a bait. Who's about to do this?
And I think
the questioning.
I think it's because for some reason these newer generation children can't handle stuff the way we could handle it.
Because they don't have no fear or nothing. Like, where's the fear at? Where's the fear? These kids don't. This is like I think I said in the last podcast. For those who got single parents in the household. I'm gonna call your daddy.
Good luck if he pick up. Sorry.
That part. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't fear. And I think, and then this is where I'm going with it. I feel like you said earlier in the household. Like I say, you can have both parents in the household. It's a possibility they're not. I just really, even if they're there or not, we got to do this shit together. It can't be on one person. If you're in a household or if you're not in a household. You know what I'm saying? It should be where I'm going to tell your daddy, wait till he get home from work. Or I'm about to call your daddy. You want me to text your daddy? It's supposed to be a fear because guess what? My mama, rest in peace, it's about to be 24 years. My mama passed away this month on the 13th. But anywho, she never whooped me. She calling me up and dagging my toes off the floor and looking me in my face. You want me to call your daddy? Like I was getting a whooping right then and there. Like, daddy! Man, like used to, because I know he play with it. He care I was a girl. I'm not going to be bad, be disrespectful, or none of that. I had that fear. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. So now today, like I said just a few minutes ago, you can't do that. Yeah. And then you know, I just feel if we work together, and do our parts, these kids would be way more better than what they is.
I don't know.
Majority of them
wired a little different.
No, because look what they growing up in single households. You got a lot of grandparents raising these kids because the mama and the daddy missing. You know what I'm saying? They can't run after no kid and do what they used to do probably when they was younger. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
We got Facebook blowing up over here. Facebook, look at y'all. So Thomas said a bunch of the OG crew in tonight. I know that's what's up. I just seen King. What's up, King? Chiming in. So Thomas said, growing up in the D, I knew other kids' mother who would discipline other kids for being bad. I know. You're right.
You're right,
like,
Thomas.
Would your mama let you talk like, come here. You don't talk like that. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's happening no more.
You don't even know
your
neighbors. You don't even really be talking to them. Hey, that's all they probably
right.
And that's it. Yeah.
King said, I love my babies. Suge Wayne ill. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but hey, how you doing?
That's the Wayne.
Oh,
help her, Lord.
Suge Wayne. Oh, look at you being fast, Suge Wayne.
Fancy.
You know, fancy. What's up, the Wayne?
Hey, Wayne.
It's our own fault. We babied them too much. I agree.
Yes.
And I go back to that. What I used to say is sometimes I know with me, my biggest thing was I'm not going to treat my kids the way my mom treated me because I didn't like the way she treated me. So I'm not going to do that to my kids. But
look how you turned out, though.
Right.
Look how you realize we all did that. We all did that.
So I think that is one of the things that.
But it helped, though.
I'm saying that's one of the issues that we have with allowing these kids to do certain things.
Because we now have to think, though, when you think back, it looked like, dang, you know.
It worked.
It worked. Yeah. Like, I still got respect and manners for my elders. You know what I'm saying? I was at my son's football and I'm up there, like, I'm like, get his ass. Like, you know, I'm yelling and they laughing, and he had on a baseball hat, was an older man. He turned around, looked at me. I'm like, oh, sir, I am so sorry. Right. He's like, this is a football game. You're fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know this man, never seen him before, none of that, but I still got respect.
Yeah.
These kids ain't got respect.
No.
They'll sit up there in them stands and be cussing and cussing and cussing and
look dead at you, the adult, and still be cussing. Like, it ain't no shame. Like, you know, try to. No, they yeah. One person, I had went to my son's game. He played soccer, and this one guy, he came in. It looked like he came from work or something. So he was like dressed in a suit. Not a suit, but he had like a blazer on, and he was like dressed up. So they was like, you a scout? So the guy was like, no, or whatever. So the boy came, he was like, you got to be something coming in. Who come to a game, you know, with a suit on? He was like, you know,
people who just got work.
You overdressed. You probably got a lot of money. Like, he talking to this adult man like that. So the guy looking at him like, no, I'm here. He was like, whatever. He was like, either you a killer or you, like, he just kept like going at this guy because he was dressed nice. And I'm like, I don't think in our day we would have ever did something like that.
No.
Who, and he was with some other kids and they was all laughing. They was laughing at the man. And I would just thought that was like totally disrespectful. But for the guts of this child to say that to this person, it was just mind blowing. I'm missing a lot of comments. Let's see. Thomas said, "But look how you turned out." Everyone said, "I can't wait until I'm grown." What happened?
And that was me.
What happened? We now understand what our parents went through. Exactly. And King said, I'm in the studio working, so I have to tap in and recap. But I love you. Love you too. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
Appreciate you. But yeah, it's like now that we realize, like, oh shoot, you know, maybe we shouldn't have let them get away with so much. So now it's trying to fix what we started, and it could be to the point now it's too late, because now you like, just like what in my son's case, I told him like to come in and now tell me hello, or, you know, respect me and say hello, mom, or something like that. When he don't, now you gotta fuss at him like, son, didn't I just tell you to blah, blah, blah? And he looking like, mom, why you tripping? Because to them, it's like a recalculation. Like, you was cool with it, but now you're not. Like, wait a minute. You know, I can't take you serious. And, you know, it can be something like, I don't know, going off with the kids now, like you confusing them because you were cool with it, but now you trying to switch it because you see that it's getting out of hand. So Tamika said, my mom could look at me, right, the look at me, yes, and have me ready to run.
Yeah.
Because she'd be like,
right.
Then them lips like, do it. Go
that
ahead.
Part.
And you get the whole conversation before you go to a store, or before you go anywhere. You better not ask for nothing. You better not say nothing. You better behave.
And then when you do that today, it's like they still
these kids talk back. Or
they still ask. They still be. You be like, come on now. Didn't we have this conversation before we went in there?
Right. So Monica said, I had fear because I was getting the brakes beat off of me. Well, not just I was bad, but because I was there, I wish somebody had called CPS for me. Right. But then again, it's just like, I don't know, like, even though, and I don't know the severity of your case or whatever, but I know with the chastisement, the whooping, sometimes it helped us. It helped us to appreciate stuff later. Like we ain't appreciate it then, of course, because we getting in trouble, we getting beaten. You know, I remember getting your butt whooped so bad you couldn't sit down when you went to, or you had webs and stuff on your legs.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yes.
And you was embarrassing
Yes.
all that stuff now, back then. But it taught us, like, I bet you we won't push that button no more. I bet you we won't do that again no more. But now I think these new parents fear that, because if your child go to school with a whip now, as you said, Monica, like, CPS is on them. Somebody calling CPS, and they coming to get them. But you said take them. I mean, if you think the grass green on the, let me tell you what the child did, you know, whatever. But I think when we, it seemed like now the parents are kind of fearing their kids, because again, from how I'm looking at it, I think the kids are gaining more power. Like, is the more parents are fearing their kids, because the kids are crazy and have this attitude like they don't care. They don't care what happened. And it's been several parents that like their child didn't, I know on the news, the child didn't, like, beat them, hit them, ran them over with a car, shot them. You know, the child doing this to their parents. Like, my sister, she used to participate in this ministry, and this jail ministry. And this particular young lady that she was ministering to, she was in prison because her and her boyfriend murdered or attempted murder her parents, because they wouldn't allow her to see her boyfriend. That is so crazy. Like, they don't care. And I think the parents now are fearful of that, because these kids is wired a little bit different. Some of these kids are just wired different. And
it ain't some, it's a lot of them.
And it's just
There's
like
a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And I just feel like, this is my opinion, parents is not stepping up doing their part. They're not. And I'm not saying all of y'all. Like I say earlier, I salute y'all who's doing your job, but it took two to make these kids. Now, granted, if the parent is locked up, passed away, or a very ill parent, I understand that. But all these other ones that's walking around here and you not doing what you should be doing, come on, quit putting all that pressure on that one person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they always hollering women shouldn't raise, men, they can't do this. But sometimes we ain't got no choice to do it. Even if the father's in the home or not in the home, we are still the ones that's doing it. Now, I do know a few men personally that raise their kids.
Yeah.
I mean, not just there. It's a difference of just being there and actually,
as they say,
raising,
watching their own kids. But as they say, watching. But yeah, it's a big difference.
It is. It is. But I know guys that didn't have their kids from day one and been doing this all along and doing good in school, about to go to college or in college, whatever case may be. But however, let's come on. Us brothers, now I know us, y'all brothers, y'all need to step up and be more helpful. Like, it's like, yes, I'm going there. Y'all not helping with these kids. You know what I'm saying? You got these mamas that work, they clean, they do all that. It's a lot of these bum ass daddies out there that's not in, but it's the women's fault. You chose.
Exactly. That's what I was going to kind of go to. That's a whole other topic, though.
You chose, but at the end of the day, you gotta
get
watch
pregnant for the wrong reason.
A lot of them don't. No. Hold on, pause. It ain't. A lot of people don't plan to get pregnant. I know. I never did.
Some women do. Some women, because they use it as an entrapment. They want to keep the man, so they're gonna have a baby, so they can keep the man.
You have some that do that, but don't think every woman out here. But it is some women that, you know, might not want to have abortion, might not. But you knew what you're doing. I feel like when you having sex with a person unprotected, you know it's a big ass chance that you can get pregnant. Mm-hmm. You know this, regardless if this person's special or not, the woman's special or the man's special. You know this, even if you know. I don't even really want to be with them like that, but you having sex with them. If you ain't neuter and spayed, you know you can get pregnant.
You said neuter and spayed.
You know this. So you need to strap up, be taking something. You know, the hell with the excuses, blaming on the booze, the Jamie Foxx said, the drinks and stuff. Yeah, you can't blame it on none of that. I mean, things happen or whatever. But if you having sex with this person, just know you could possibly be stuck with this person for the rest of your life. Right. Is this the type of person that you really might want to make your baby mama, want to make your baby daddy? And then it'd be too late.
Right, the baby here. So
they're here or on their way.
Yes, yeah.
Then what? You need to step up.
Then
get your shit together and step up. It don't matter. Yes, you did. But you said it when you didn't use protection, sir. You said it when you didn't use protection. That part. You ain't gotta verbally say nothing. You said it when you didn't strap that boy up 2-3 times.
I said that's a whole nother topic.
But that's what it is. No, it's based on this topic. You know, they be out here making these kids, but they don't want to take care of their responsibility. So it's left on that other mate that's doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah, you're right.
Back in the day, like you said, somebody said about the neighbor used to say, it take a village with these kids.
It do.
And it start with the parents. It start with the parents. And it's messed up when it's that one parent that's doing everything. Discipline, making sure they good, making sure they that. And you over here being a contingent ass parent or not being one at all. And then your child on the news.
Right.
Or something didn't happen.
I don't know what happened. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Thomas said it's a difference between discipline and abuse. And you are totally right with that. That's why I was saying, like with Monica, I don't know the level of what she was talking about when she was saying beat the brakes off. You know, some people use that loosely and sometimes it may be true. But it is a difference. And I know the Bible mentioned, I don't know like where, but it mentions like you don't supposed to discipline your child out of anger. Like you're not supposed to be mad disciplining your child. You're supposed to love them in discipline. So I forgot the term of it, but that's kind of what it was saying too. And that makes sense because if you beat them out of anger, then they could in return do the same thing, beat somebody else out of anger, where they won't understand the reason for them being disciplined. But if you like discipline out of love, they will understand like, okay, I deserve that. Because I remember like sometimes my mom used to tell me like, do you think that was right? What do you think you deserve? Or, you know, she would ask, you know, me, and it would kind of get you thinking like, okay, well, I did do that. But, you know, she was like, so do you think I need to let you go? Or do you think you deserve a spanking? So you can kind of think like.
You be like, nah, let me go. Because nobody want no spanking.
So, I mean, it, you know, you can do it, you know, that two ways. But here. We got some. Okay, so let's go here. I missed it down there. So Monica said, my daughter wanted me back because I think we go this way. Okay. Yeah, because she down here and I don't know how to swipe that. So she said, my daughter wanted. So did I miss Tamika up here? I'm sorry, y'all. Where my thing at? Yeah, get this how I scroll. Oh, look at me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I'm hiding stuff. Oh, sweet. So we can show the message down there. Come on, look at me. Okay.
Click on it and see. Ooh.
Yeah. Cool. We learned. Okay, so I clicked it off.
Why leave it up there?
Okay.
So I can see it.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You know I'm lying.
So Monica said I had fear because I was we read that one. Okay, so Tamika said yes, so then we're going down and we're getting there. That timeout mess don't work.
It don't. It don't. No. Because they know all I got to do is just go sit in here for 30 minutes, an hour, and then they're going to be back to the regular programming. It don't work.
If they really want to do something.
But they're going to continue. That's what the problem is. It ain't enough, nothing. It's not enough. It don't work. They know they kids, my opinion, they learn. All I'm gonna have to do is this. You know, they're gonna take this, so they're gonna send me to my room for a few
That's
hours.
true. They
you
get
know, or,
used
you
to
know,
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you one of these that just do these.
Tamika said, my house is you do as I say or get your A whipped.
That part. Toast to you. That part. Mm-hmm.
All right. So then Mama said my daughter wanted to pay me back because I told her to take responsibility for her actions. And that's where I was going with that, Monica, where I was saying like the power now seems like it's more in the kids and not us, because you know they like, oh, you gonna do this? Well, I'm gonna do this. You know, they got that mentality, and we never had that. Well, I know I didn't have that mentality when I was growing up, and I didn't see too many other people doing it because it was serious repercussions if you kind of thought like that. Like, you threatened me, you said what? You might not go to school tomorrow.
No, my daddy would send me to dang on school. I remember one time I had on some shorts or something. I had a little lash from the belt on with that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to you? What you mean? That's what I wanted to say.
Like, you did this.
Oh my God, that whooping. Oh shit, that wasn't that was a couple of days ago. It's still there. Like, what you mean? I just looked. I ain't say what you mean. This is the stuff I'm saying. This was in my head because I didn't have the balls to say it
exactly
out loud.
Right.
But you know, these kids like, well, you whooped me. You forgot. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or they'll say, remember when you did this and that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So Oliver said, where'd it go? He said, nowadays kids are raised different because some parents are single parenting and working a lot, and some parents try to give their kids a different life from what they had, which can be good or bad. Right. So that's what we had talked about. Like, you try to treat your kids different than how you was raised, but that could, like you say, be a good or bad thing. And that's where I think we fall short of, because
it could be, but it don't be good. That's why so many of these kids out here are totally disrespectful. And that's why I feel we mess up at. Yes, we, you know, everybody got a different story in their household. Everybody was raised different. But majority of the people that I was raised up with, their parents wasn't with it. Regardless if you was a mama, a daddy, a grandmother, a granddaddy, auntie, or uncle, wasn't none of them with it. Remember they used to spread it around the whole family what you did, and you got to hear from everybody.
Right. Like, she did what?
Come here, let me talk to you. Right. Come here.
Like, you know, auntie just talked to me.
That part. That's how I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wait, when I come here, come on over here. You know, you be like, oh man, here we go. You know, but it's none of that no more. It's not, and it's sad. I mean, I ain't not completely, but it's not as much as it should be when we was growing up. That's just my opinion.
So Monica says she says some because they think that they would make things better or to keep them around. Your kids, you're making things better for your kids, and you're gonna keep them around. And she said that village, right? Or that right village. Brandon said, if you have sex, you're planning for a baby. So
let's go, Brandon.
Don't put it right there.
Oh, you read right there.
Mm-hmm. So don't sleep with people who ain't father material.
Or mother. Don't leave the mamas out.
Y'all say that. And I understand
the
that.
Mamas
but
too.
It don't.
The mamas too.
It don't go like that all
It
the time.
don't, but that's how, but see, you missing the point. He's saying don't.
Yeah.
It don't go like that. It don't. It do not, but it shouldn't. You shouldn't. And that's the problem. You so quick to lay up with somebody that's special and deranged and retarded. You know damn well if how he treats you, but you yet still want to have sex with this man or this woman. Because it ain't just the men. Don't leave these raggedy, unfit ass mamas out, because there's a lot of them out here too. Period. A lot of them choose to be in the streets, up in this person's face, and you ain't with your child. So it ain't just the daddies, it's the mamas too. Yup, I said it.
So Brandon said, no. So Monica, she said, let me pull it up here. Beat the brakes off me like getting slapped just because I walked in the room. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have anything to say about that. We all know that's wrong. that's probably under abuse. But yeah, not to that extent. Is it's the, like Thomas said, discipline, not abuse. So discipline would be, if you talk back to me, I'm gonna slap you in your mouth because you're not supposed to be talking back to your parent.
Yeah.
And please, whoever Cam Morrison is, if you can please get off of our site. We don't talk about that kind of stuff on here. And all of our viewers, please. I tried to.
Try it again.
I did it from here, but those are old, I think.
Don't even give them no applause saying their name, period.
Let's see, who is this one? Okay, so then the last one was that my kids are great. They never complained about their muzzles. Okay. So let's see what we got over here. Because I know we must have hit a nerve for a lot of people, because it was just like ding, 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 ding.
And let me make something clear real quick to these new people jumping in. Moving on, and I'm letting you know, we're not going to even acknowledge you, so you can go ahead and talk retarded and post little retarded ass. We're going to act like we don't see it. We're not going to address you. We're not giving you no recognition on nothing, because this ain't what this podcast is about. Okay? You have a wonderful and blessed day, whoever you are. I hope you are blocked, but this ain't what this is about. Go find you another podcast to play with. That part. All of that. We just gonna look right past you and not even address you. Go find something else to do.
So Thomas said, you do the deeds, you do the deed, you know the consequence. How many kids you each have? So I have 5. We have 3.
Great.
And my household was pretty crazy. I have 4 sons and 1 girl, so it was pretty crazy with all boys in my house. And my girl is the youngest. So Thomas said Psalms 27:8. Refrain from, thank you, Thomas. So yes, refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself. It tends only to evil. That was the scripture I was talking about when they were saying don't like really beat your kids out of anger or discipline them out of anger, because it's only going to show them that that's how they handle their anger, kind of.
Beating that ass.
He also said it's hard when the opposite sex is ready to go. I was a virgin until 25. It wasn't easy. That's what I'm talking about. Thomas, like, you don't think about life consequences like when you in the moment. It's just like you in the moment, and then it happened. Then it's like, oh, now you gotta think, because you ain't gonna look at no man like, oh,
I'm gonna drink one more time.
He can
25.
He's a father material. I'm gonna sleep with him. I don't think we think like that. Or she's wife of material.
I'm just
good
saying,
mother.
It's up to you and that person. We grown enough to know if you having unprotected sex with anybody, there's a big chance that I could get her pregnant or I can become pregnant. So if I'm not ready for this responsibility with this person, that's what we need to be teaching our children.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
That's what we need to be.
Right.
If you screwing this person over here, regardless if it's your girlfriend, not your girlfriend, you know you don't want to be a daddy, you know you want to be a mama. I'm gonna need you.
Do you want her to raise your kids, or do you want him to raise your kids?
But she good enough, or he good enough just to have sex with, then you need to protect yourself.
That's true.
And that's what we ain't doing. We ain't teaching these kids this or telling these kids that. Like, tell them that. Because then nobody tell us. Nobody tell me. Nobody tell me.
Oh, my mama told me a lot.
But anyway, my daddy told me a lot, but I'm just saying being that blunt with it. You know what I'm saying? My daddy's like, oh, they ain't no boyfriend, they just want to have sex. I was a boy before. Like, he used to tell me that's all they want to do.
Yeah,
but being pacific with it.
Right. The consequences, like
the lifetime that you possibly
Yeah,
can have. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like before, like with my daughter, I kick stuff with her that I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you the other day, some stuff you might have to kick it with, baby girl, need my niecey poo. You know what I'm saying? Even though you feel that they're young or they this and that, it's kids 11, 12 years old getting pregnant. I just literally seen some. This girl was 11 and pregnant. It's sad, but
I can't even think what man, what boy, or
which it ain't no man. It probably was a peer. It probably was a boy.
Yeah,
boys got sperms in them at 11, just like an 11-year-old girl can get pregnant.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't have to be necessarily a grown person or a person older than her. I don't know, but she was pregnant, and I'm like, that hurt my heart. I don't even know this child, but it's like, wow, who wasn't talking to you? How did this child got this much freedom to get pregnant? But we got these ones. Okay, see you later. Go ahead. I'm about to go around the block. Go around what block?
Well, who?
That part. The next thing you know, 9 months later, you come back around the block with a baby.
Yeah, we give. That's another thing. Freedom. We
Too
give our
much.
kids too much freedom.
Too much, yeah.
So that could be it too. Like, so Monica said we should look at people that way, and I'm sure we probably late reading the reason you put that comment in,
because we got people over here on Facebook. Another Facebook. We ain't even gonna go there, but over here, yeah.
We all on different Facebooks and all that. So George, hey George, she say hi Vee&Sky.
Hey.
Thomas said babies having babies. V, did you miss the sex class at Dixon? I vaguely remember
he
that.
He said me. Why you say that?
Because I think you said we need to be teaching this in our schools. Is that why you said
we ain't talking about our generation? We talking about these kids' generation. Yeah,
I think they actually took that out of schools.
They probably did. I'm not for sure. They probably did. I ain't never heard none of my kids. And you got adult kids, and
I think I heard it one time with my older son about it, because we had to actually sign a permission slip to see if we wanted them to participate.
Okay.
But I don't think I seen that after that.
I got my two oldest, they grown.
Yeah,
even
I think
my
they
daughter, like
actually took that out.
They had to, because my daughter, she about to be 26. God dang. And my oldest son about to be 20. Now one of them had nothing about no sex education class. You know what I'm saying? They probably did.
Wow.
They probably did. So it's our jobs as they parents, not parents, meaning the mama and the daddy, to talk to these kids.
About it. Yeah,
because I feel like with me, everything that I wasn't getting as when I got older and I realized I didn't get it, I had to learn it on my own. I shoot it to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them about stuff that I wish that somebody told me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, parents aren't perfect. So
I'm not saying they not, but you need to have some common sense. You see what's going on. We're really going on like that in our time then.
But parents can be naive like me, she, her, where I'll be like, oh, my kid, they're not thinking about that right now. They don't like girls or they don't like boys like that. You be naive, so you don't want to introduce no thoughts because you're thinking your child ain't thinking like that. So that's kind of how
that's why they coming up pregnant.
Right.
Because you think. No, that's why they coming up pregnant. You have to be blunt with these kids. Like I tell, when I knew it was a little pedophile around that wasn't right in the family, and I said it. Oh no. It's a side hug, it's away from, don't sit on no lap, ain't no I don't go into what the facts and whatever was going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you never, ever, you will never be left alone with this person, this and that. I understand who they title, who they is, but did you hear what I said? Duh. I'm saying this for a reason.
That's that mama face.
I'm sorry.
I felt like, yes, mama. Okay, bro.
But I'm just saying though, you have to kick it with them.
I don't think I have that face. I don't think I can
work on it. That's what my face looks like. It look like that.
I think so. I don't think I have that face, because if I probably tried that face, my kids would probably laugh at me like, mama. Anywho, I digress. Monica said, I got my oldest daughter protection for herself and the guy. And I think you said they did, meaning they did take it out of schools. which is sad.
It is.
It's sad.
It is.
Brandon said, I think we're fighting a different fight today than what our parents did. The internet is a game changer for the parents. Yes, that's that technology. I think the internet is exposing them to a whole bunch of stuff.
And they don't think they is, because we didn't have that. We didn't have like our parents. Like, I don't give a hell. They had like the what's the tape?
VHS.
Yeah,
recorders
with the little, you see the women with the boobies on there, little sexy. I used to be like, ooh, what was that? But shit, he knew where he left off at, What is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, now they ain't gotta stick in your room and get your movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They can just Google whatever the hell they want to see. Whatever it. And all it takes is that one for, man, go pull up such and such. That classmate, that teammate. Man, look at this, look at that. And it's on the internet.
Yeah, free. You ain't even gotta pay for it.
Don't have to pay for it. I
think at one point, a long time ago, like on Comcast, when was it Barton Cable or something, in order to get to the X-rated channel or something like that, I think you had to pay for it. So kids couldn't access it because you had to pay for that. But now it's just.
But you might be not one that relative that got it.
Or you might have, you're right. You could have. It's just, I think we just dealing like Brandon. It's a different fight with these children today, and it's sad because we're not equipped. I believe we're not equipping our children to know how to handle the world. Some parents are so protective. They're trying to protect their kid from everything and withholding stuff. Like, I'm not going to let them, join. If they did have the sex class, I'm not going to let them participate in the sex class because I don't want them to know nothing about it. Or I'm not going to have this conversation with them because I don't want them to start thinking about it. Or I'm not going to, because they're trying to protect them. But we have to realize, like, we got to make them aware ahead of time, because our kids, it seemed like 10 steps ahead of us.
But I just feel like we're gonna have to wrap this up, because y'all, we be going over 2 hours. We ain't gonna wrap it up right this second. We should have, but we go over 2 hours, and we trying to cut this down. But the conversations, the topics that we be having be so deep, and we be going and going and going and going and going. But however, I wanted to touch on these lazy kids. Lazy. They don't want to clean. They don't want to work. They always depending on you to do any and everything. They're not independent. They don't want to cook. They don't want to do nothing. Like nothing. And then it falls back, my opinion, once again, it's our fault that we're not pushing them to cook. We're not pushing for them to have a job. You get a job, and then how long are you there? How long are you there? Then you got responsibilities. It's like, and when I seen kids, I mean like young adult kids. I ain't talking about these little teenagers, because they working. Some of them got a little, maybe part-time, but then they back at school now. So I'm talking about these young adult children's bars. That's not like, you see me go to work every day. You if it's the father in the house, you see that, why do you feel? Because we allow this. We allow it.
Well, okay, so let me go to what Monica's saying. She said, don't forget we were that age too. So what we were thinking about when we were their age, so she agreed with you, V, tell them, because we were that age too. But I don't think everybody, I don't think I was thinking about stuff at their age when I was their age.
Thinking about what?
Like when I was like maybe 17 or 18, well, even like 14, 13, 14, 15.
I was a parent.
Well, I can say I wasn't like thinking of stuff like that. Like I wasn't thinking of what I can do with a guy or
What do you mean do with a guy?
like I wasn't thinking about having sex and all that stuff.
But let this. I'm about to go there, but I ain't gonna go there. We
You're
lie.
talking about with
The lies you told me.
But that was later. 14. Even still, that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think about like carrying it out, kind of. So with I think that principle probably wouldn't apply in all situations where you was thinking about it. So tell them, because maybe the parent wasn't thinking about it. That's why they so naive, because they thinking like, well, when I was 15
because
or
my father, it ain't
that.
what you say, it's how you say it. Like my father used to always tell me, like I don't need no boyfriend. I was a young man back in the day, and I knew what I wanted. I just want to have sex. He tried to tell me, but it wasn't no humble way for me to grasp what he was trying to tell me. Mm-hmm. And when I got older, and to this day, I realized that. Mm-hmm. Some men out here just want you for sex. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to tell me it was more in the because I wasn't receiving it, but it was in the You don't even talk for what? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they just want to have sex. I was a young man one day. Back in the day, I knew what it is. They don't want this. They don't know shit. He used to go. I was like, he loved me. He don't know he loves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just the way it ain't what you say is how you say it.
True.
So it wasn't like he wasn't telling me, but the way he was telling me, what was the problem? What was the problem? Was?
So Tamika said, our parents could hide a lot of stuff from us. Let me make sure I didn't skip nothing. Hold on, Tamika, before I go there. Okay, so no. So she said our parents could hid a lot of stuff from us pertaining to sex. Not today, though. So that's why you have to talk to your kids so they won't get the wrong version.
That part.
From the internet and their friends. Mm-hmm. And that is so true. Mm-hmm. That's correct. Mm-hmm. Because I think I heard it before where they said, if you don't raise your child, the world will. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they're going to get it. They're going to get the information, and you don't want them to get the wrong information.
They need to get that information from you first.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before, because like, oh no, because my mama said this. Nah, my daddy said that. Yeah. My grandma, my auntie, my uncle said this. No. But we not communicating with them.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they not getting it from us first, they getting it from the internet. Get it from their
friend. Yep, the friend or the internet.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, totally. BTB crew. Is that Sophie?
I can see. Yep, it is.
BTB crew.
Hey, baby.
Hey, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to learn. Hey.
She be all on different type of streaming stuff.
And then I don't know who T Rocky is, but hey, he said beat, or she, I'm not sure. Beat their tails.
That part.
Kids. Then they don't eat. Empowering them to fail, make them grow up. And I'm reading these late, so I'm sure it pertained to what we were talking about. So Monica said, kinda. She laughing at probably kinda what I don't know if it was kinda what I said.
That's Thomas. He came on Nova.
Oh, okay. So good. So we ain't gotta follow here.
Yeah.
We're coming over there. Okay, good. Thank you, Thomas. So he said, I remember dances when grinding was popular. I know grinding and
you remember when you was in the sandwich?
Yes. Sex with clothes on, basically. Yes. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. That was as much as we kind of went with it.
Yeah.
But now it's like Brandon said, it's we dealing with a different monster out there because they see all this other stuff now. Back then we saw like the music videos when they, you just grinding or something. You see the music videos with them dancing like that. So Monica said what you said, Sky. Okay. So you were saying kind of what I said. Okay. So I'm doing good. I haven't had nobody to say no, and I didn't even get V to say no
I
yet.
know. I
That's
have not.
because we're talking about some real stuff with these
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
and you can't go like with kids.
No.
It's just
no.
these kids. We can't deny how these kids are just different. I can't even like vouch for them because
Okay.
it's just like why?
I don't know. It to me, it didn't feel like for me. Like I be telling my kids, like y'all bend over backwards and do any and everything else everybody else asks you to do.
Mm-hmm.
They could call you. You could be asleep. You could get up and go run, go do this, or you at football and they tell you to do this. You don't tell them, all right, when I get done with this game, I'll run this lap. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or
right.
when this, you know what I'm saying? It's like you own it. Boom, you doing it. You doing it. You doing it. You doing it. But
Right.
when it comes to me, that's taking care of you all the days of your life, giving you your wants and your needs, and I gotta get back to
at all costs that they don't
Woo,
appreciate.
Jesus, take the wheel. Come on, Lord.
Thomas said bad kids are just bad kids. That's true. But bad kids had to be bad, had to have an origination somewhere. They had to originate somehow. You just wasn't born bad, even though some kids is like born bad.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna drink on that. Be quiet.
So Brenda said today parents would rather fight and defend their kids rather than discipline them. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for these teachers. Right.
So Brandon, whenever I talk to a teacher, right, and they call me something about my youngest son, and I'll be like, listen, or at parent teacher conference or any of that, I tell all these teachers, I tip my hat off, salute you.
Yeah.
Because there's no, and if you're a teacher or some type of dealing with children, if it's a cheerleader, football, basketball, volleyball, soccer coach, whatever dealing with kids that don't belong to you over a long period of time, hours and hours and hours, I thank you.
Yes.
I thank you because ain't no way in the world, especially with these kids today, that mouthpiece, the mouthpiece, and they gotta go to work and deal with this. This is a job for them.
Most of the time, they have your child longer than you do because when you get your child, you feed them and they probably getting ready for bed. They have them for 8 hours a day. So yeah.
And then they still deal with them because they, some of our kids is in sports and activities.
And after that, right? Yeah.
After school, whatever.
So what can we do? So we gave all the problems that our kids that we're having with our kids and that they're going through. What can we do?
We could do it,
to make a better child or better world. The kids are our future, as we often say.
We are the world.
Yes. We are the children.
We are the ones to make a brighter day.
So let's start
giving.
Is it giving or living?
Living.
Giving.
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them.
So yeah, we need to take that. We need to. What can we do? What should we do to change the?
Stop being a friend. Put our feet down and on our demand. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, but I want you to give your final thoughts on this topic. You said what you gonna do. What do you feel that should be done?
I think that's probably the number one thing is stop being their friends. Discipline a little bit more, and monitoring them, like showing them attention, because you can see habits changing, behaviors changing if you pay more attention to your child. And then, maybe you can stop something or prevent something or, because of that. I think, as somebody had mentioned before, parents now have to work a lot and away from the child a lot, and they're not like really paying attention to what's going on. And so because of that, our kids is, doing some crazy stuff.
But it's so messed up because I had looked it up too, and they were saying that even if you're in a single home or not, it's like these kids are raising themselves, because if you do have these parents that work these crazy hours to provide, and they're basically on their own, or you got that big sibling that's watching over them, but they there, but they still in their own world. But you got them. It's messed up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you do have that. You have like one parent might work midnight, the other one works days. And when that one get off, they sleep. When this one get off, they sleep. So it's like they on automatic. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I feel that we got to work together. And I said it earlier, regardless if the parent is in the household or not, it should not be on this one parent to raise our kids.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you not in the home, you live out of, the parent might live out of state or whatever. It's your job to do your part. All that saying, okay, for real, they did this. Okay, I'm gonna talk to them. That either you do or you don't. It is nothing changing. Like we have to put our foot down and work together, regardless if you don't like the other parent or not. You're gonna have to come together because this is who you chose to lay down with. And the child is here, or the grown-ass adult child is here. We gotta come together and figure out how we can do this, because this world is not gonna get better.
It's not.
That's just my opinion, because we got these unruly ass kids out here that's catching charges, like murder charges, and they 12, 14, 15, 16, teens, or young adults.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, sometimes you do have household that I did everything I did everything I could do. But that child got a case. You know what I'm saying? That child is a runaway. That child is doing whatever. So you do have parents that put all into these kids, but it's like, you got to figure out, where did I go wrong at? You're giving them too much freedom. You let them do what they want to do. You let them, and we not being involved in their personal life.
Yeah.
As long as you live in my house, you don't have a personal life. Your life is my life. Period.
Because I know sometimes stuff that you be saying, like you did to your kids, and I was like, you did? Like, oh wow. He was like, yes. And I'm like, wow, I never thought of to do that. But I tell you what, her sons respect her. I tell you that.
Because they know, and because all jokes aside, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy being a parent. Everybody kids is different. Now, you have some kids that cater to their parents. They give them their roses while they're alive. I don't hold none back. I said, what would you do if I dropped dead today? Guess what? You don't know how I feel to be a motherless child. Why? Yours still here. I do. Mine's left when I was 7. It's about to be 34 years on the 13th of this month. Not having a mama. But you blessed to have me here.
Right, yeah.
So respect me, love me, give me my flowers while I'm here. I don't ask for much. And you got some ruthless ass parents out here that got their kids selling drugs, robbing and breaking in houses, or they following in this footstep of this bad parent, the life that they live in. So this is all I know, so I'm about to do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got that from me. You know what I'm saying? So what's the problem? It should be nothing that I ask you to do where you got to be all like, well, why I gotta do this? I didn't do this. You know what I hit it with? Why I gotta take care of you by myself? That part. Right. Why I gotta make sure this, that, and another? Why am I the only one
doing it?
That's doing it,
So, Thomas, you know what? He gonna say, think how much time Miss Tillman spent outside of school.
That part.
Yes.
That part.
So
shout out to Miss Tillman.
Yeah, shout out to Miss
Hey,
Tillman.
sis.
She said communication and discipline. Exactly. I think that's the key too.
Yeah.
Monica said, great show, ladies. Well, thank you
love.
very much. Thomas said, our keyword, not mine, yours is both. So both. You're right. And then Brandon said, teach them the ways of life and hold them accountable.
That part.
And also the internet and social media needs to be restricted. And we need to be better role models for our family. And that's good. We're going to toast to that one because that's those are all good. I keep forgetting that. I'm going to just leave with this too, is when you have a child, think that that's your investment in the future. Because that child
that part
is going to be That's your future.
Your representative.
If you ain't investing in that child now, your future is hit.
Yeah.
So
all
if
that
parents
hard
look at
work,
it like that, like if you invested in your future,
read again. Oh Lord, look at
then
God.
they would take better care of their kids.
Yeah.
Because I know how parents be like, well, I wonder if my kid better take care of me when I get old. But if you ain't teaching them how to respect you and all that's why you here, why you think they're gonna do that when you get old?
Love and affection and all that, like all that.
Yep. So they're your investments. Invest in them because that's your future that you're looking at right there. That's your future. We could have had the future president or the future, whoever.
My son going to NFL.
Future NFL. I want a man to be basketball, but still waiting.
There's still hope.
Still hope. Who knows my daughter? Anyway, we love y'all. I think we're gonna wrap it up right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. Another great show. Love the viewers. We love. It's so cool because we always get like a different group of people viewing us on our different sessions, and y'all always bring so much good energy and information and comments. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all for tuning in.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already did it. Yep. Those who came from Facebook over to YouTube, please hit that bell. The bell will give y'all a notification if you happen to forget that we're going live every
Saturday
at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We're going to try to do every Saturday. We've been doing good so far.
Yeah, so
but please share, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends, family, and everything. All our new people that tune in with us for the very first time. We love y'all. Come back next Saturday for all our day ones. We thankful for y'all as well. Until next time, please take care of yourself and
each other.
That part. Bye.
It's the late night show with Vee&Sky, the late night show.